That right there is the American River. January 24th, 1848. A guy named James Marshall saw something glittering in the water.
Within 2 years, 300,000 people flooded into California. Men left their families, their jobs, their entire lives for the chance to pick gold out of a river.
If you want to see how ordinary people got rich during the biggest gold rush in history, subscribe right now. And I'm not talking about the miners.
I've been in Coloma for about 3 hours. I've already seen a man trade his mule for a bottle of whiskey. Another guy claimed he found a nugget the size of his fist, and about 40 people who look like they haven't eaten in days.
The smell hits first. Unwashed bodies, wood smoke, mule manure, canvas baking in the sun. 40,000 people living in tents, and nobody thought to dig latrines.
Here's the dirty secret of the gold rush. Almost nobody who actually mined for gold got rich. The real fortunes were made by the people selling things to the miners. Shovels, food, whiskey, information. Case in point, this general store. The owner came to California with a wagon full of shovels. He sold every shovel for $50. He's now worth more than any miner in this camp. He never touched a pan.
Shovels cost $20 in San Francisco. They sell for $50 here. That's 150% markup. And the miners pay it because what else are they gonna do? Dig with their hands?
I found the guy who's really cleaning up. He sells maps. Maps to gold claims that may or may not exist. He sold 600 maps at $10 each. That's $6,000 in 1849 money.
Get your maps here.
$6,000 in 1849. Adjusted for inflation, that's over $200,000. Selling hope on paper, the original information product.
Let me show you the real economy. Over there, the laundry. A Chinese immigrant named Yifeng Cheng started washing miners' clothes. $1 per shirt. He built a chain of laundries across every mining camp.
When the gold ran out, the laundries stayed. Because clothes keep getting dirty whether there's gold or not. That's the lesson. Sell what people always need, not what they dream about.
Okay, the saloon. This is where the real business happens. Not the drinking. Behind the bar. The saloon owner makes more in one night than most miners make in a month.
Whiskey that costs 50 cents in San Francisco sells for $2 here. And these men are thirsty, homesick, exhausted. The markup on desperation is astronomical.
I stepped outside the saloon, and the contrast hit me. Inside, men blowing fortunes on whiskey. Outside, a man panning in the freezing river at midnight because he can't afford dinner.
That's when the gunshot rang out, somewhere upriver. Nobody even looked up. Just another claim dispute. Another miner who won't be going home.
There's a darker economy here, too. Claim jumpers. Men who wait until you've done the hard work, then show up with guns and take your claim. The law is 3 days' ride away in Sacramento. Nobody's coming to help.
I met a miner named Samuel. 42 years old, Left a wife and 3 kids in Ohio. Been here 8 months. He's found enough gold to buy a good pair of boots. That's it.
He showed me his letters from home. His youngest daughter is learning to write. She draws pictures of him coming back with a bag of gold. He hasn't told them the truth yet.
You want to know who got rich in the gold rush? Not Samuel. Not the 40,000 men like him. The people who sold Samuel his shovel, his boots, his whiskey, his map, his hope. Hope!
The gold rush taught America its most enduring lesson about money. The surest way to get rich isn't to chase the dream. It's to sell the dream to the people chasing it.
Levi Strauss arrived in San Francisco during the gold rush with a roll of canvas. He planned to make tents. He ended up making pants. You might have heard of him. He never mined a day in his life.
Samuel left this morning. Back to Ohio. No gold. Just 8 months of calluses and a letter from his daughter he's afraid to answer. I watched his wagon disappear into the hills, and I thought about every get-rich-quick story I've ever heard.
They never tell you about the Samuels. They tell you about the strike, the nugget, the luck. But for every nugget, there are 10,000 men who went home with nothing, and 50 store owners who retired at 30.
I'm standing at the same spot where James Marshall found that first flake of gold. The river is still here. The gold is mostly gone. But the lesson is right there in the water if you look.
Don't dig for gold. Sell shovels. That's the forgotten way to make money. And it's never stopped being true.
I hope Samuel's daughter still draws pictures. And I hope he tells her the truth. That he didn't find gold. But he found his way home.